everyone! Today I'm going to show you how you can train the trick where your dog covers his nose with his two front paws. Now this will either be easier or harder for your dog, depending on their conformation and fitness. If you have a dog that can't sit pretty, you can teach the trick where the dog's sitting and covers their nose with one paw. I have a friend Jillian and River, the Chihuahua, on YouTube, and they have an amazing tutorial on how to train this trick. Now, it's very similar to how I'm going to train the trick with the two paws on the nose to show you guys, because the way that I've trained my dogs to cover their nose with their two front paws is by using free shaping, but for clients, some of their dogs are not at the level where they can think to use both of their paws and cover their nose, so you can use luring. And it's a method that is based on Jillian and River's one paw method. Are you ready, Wishy? Ready? Let's go again. Sit. Awesome. So the first step is having a really stable sit pretty position. Wish sit pretty, so your dog can hold the position for many seconds and be very comfortable holding that position. Okay. The next step is teaching the dog the say your prayers trick. Ready? Sit. Where your dog is sitting, they put both paws on your arm, and then you lower their head underneath their two paws like that. Good. So I call that move cover. Are you ready? Sit pretty, cover. Awesome. If you want more detail on how to train the Say Your Prayers trick, it's actually in my Weekly Inspirations membership program on my website, dogmantics.com. Once your dog can duck his head down underneath his paws on a verbal cue when doing the Say Your Prayers move, you can then see if your dog might offer the behavior and you can capture it. Now, I like to have the dog laying on their side first to get them putting their own paw on their nose, because they don't have to worry about supporting themselves or using muscles that haven't been properly built yet. So, are you ready, Wishy? So I'm going to lower her onto her side like this. Good job. And then I'm going to use the same cue that we used when sitting pretty, and I've also warmed her up by cueing her to say her prayers just before I've asked her to lay on her side. Are you ready? So now I'm going to say the same verbal cue, cover. Yes, and any movement of a paw towards her nose, I can mark with a verbal marker like yes or good or click. Ready? Cover. Good. So she's only covering her nose with one paw. I'm going to roll her a little bit good onto her back, and we've actually practiced this a little bit. Cover. Awesome. I can also have her free. Practice with my arm again. Both paws. Cover. Awesome. Good job. So, down. Back up a little. Down. Roll over and cover. Awesome. Good job. Roll over. Cover. Good. Once your dog has mastered covering his nose on a verbal cue while laying on his back or his side, you can see if your dog might offer just a slight paw movement towards his nose while in the sit pretty position. Are you ready? So we could warm up by doing the Say Your Prayers trick. Cover. Awesome. And now I'm going to see if I cue Wish to sit pretty. Sit pretty. Good. And I want to keep it a high rate of reinforcement in this training session, so I'm going to reinforce her for sitting pretty. And now I'm going to see if I can say sit pretty and then cover. Ready? Sit pretty, cover. Good. So did you see her two front paws lift up a little bit? I'm going to mark that. Ready? Sit pretty, cover. Awesome. Sit pretty, cover. Good. My good was a little late there. Ready? Sit pretty, cover. Cover. Good. Cover. Good. Pretty, cover. Good. Ready, sit pretty, and cover.